Hi, St. Richards. We're back here today in my kitchen. Today I'm going to show you a few different ways to cook eggs. Who knows how many we'll have time for? We'll just get going right away. The first thing we're going to cook today is an over-easy fried egg. You want to start with a non-stick skillet on a burner at medium heat. You want to melt a little bit of butter in the bottom to prevent your egg from sticking as we cook it. I like to have my egg already cracked in a little container as to not make a big mess on my stove. So now I have the egg in. I'm going to tilt it just a little bit in the pan, and that'll keep it from running all over, and we can kind of keep it compact. So now that we've got it kind of set up there, we're going to let it cook. And the most important thing about cooking eggs is just to let it sit. Don't mess with it too much because you can't really stir or flip a liquid. So when it comes time to flip, we got to make sure the egg is completely solidified on the white part. So now that our egg is mostly cooked through the white, we're gonna tilt the egg to the edge of the skillet and then give it a light flip. So watch closely. And that's it. So now that it's flipped, you want to let it cook probably about another 10 seconds. That way you don't break the yolk when you're trying to plate it. And if you're like me and you mess this up a lot while you're practicing, these make great egg sandwiches if you pop the yolk. And on the plate. There we go, fried egg. And before I eat the whole egg, let's take a second to show you guys the middle here. Let's crack it open, and you'll see that the egg yolk is nice and runny and not hard. So we cooked that just right. The next thing we're going to make are boiled eggs. Put as many eggs as you want in the bottom of a saucepan, and then fill it up with water until it's just over top of the eggs. Alright, and there we go. That should get us. Push it down a little bit. Alrighty. Now we'll take it over to the stove and put it on high. And then we're going to bring these to a boil, and we'll be right back. Now that the eggs are boiling, we'll want to let them continue to boil for 30 more seconds. Once the 30 seconds are up, we'll turn the oven off. We'll cover the eggs, and we'll take it off the heat. And then from there, we'll let it sit for 15 minutes. So let's set a timer. 15. Start. Alright, we'll see you in 15 minutes. Alright, it's been 15 minutes, and now we're going to take our eggs. We're going to pour off some of the water. Dirty dishes there in the sink. Alright, that's about as good as I'm going to be able to do with one hand. And then, some ice here. I'm going to put ice over top of it. Alright. And then fill it up with some cold water. This is going to help cool the eggs down so they stop cooking, as well as make them easier to peel when you're ready to eat them. So let that sit for probably about 10 minutes and you're good to go. Alright, let's crack one and see how it looks now that they're ready. Should come off pretty easy. It's looking like we did a good job. Not too bad. Oh, well, I broke in half. That's alright. So I like to rinse them off with cool water. Gets all the eggshells off. And we're ready to eat. Let's cut it open and see what it looks like. Perfect. This last way to cook an egg is for all you kids who aren't allowed to use the stove yet. We're going to cook scrambled eggs in the microwave. Take a microwave safe cup and spray it with some non-stick spray or butter, and then crack an egg in it. Then add about a teaspoon of water. Once that's in there, give it a good stir and scramble your egg until it's completely, mixed together. Yeah, that's as good as we're going to do with one hand, probably right there. Knock it off. Alright. Now we're going to put this in the microwave for 30 seconds. So that's in there. Start. Alright. Time lapse. 2, 1. Alright. So now that those first 30 seconds are done, we're going to pull it out of the microwave and we're going to give it a little stir just to help it cook the rest of the way. And then we're going to put it back in the microwave for 30 more seconds. So that looks good there. Alright, put it back up in here. Close the door. 30 seconds. And we'll let it cook. Alright, looks like we're about done here. So be careful, these are going to be really hot, so you want to let them cool down a second before you eat them. I recommend maybe a little cheese or a little salsa, a little salt. There we go. It's hard to do with one hand, but that's eggs. Hopefully you guys can cook those at home and try them. All right, well, that's going to wrap it up for this week. I want to thank you all for stopping in, helping me cook some eggs. I hope you're as excited as I am to see how some of your egg creations come out, and I hope you have an excellent weekend. See you next time.